Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Through the month of November, we've been working on journal prompts and sketchbook exercises that hopefully will allow us to know ourselves a little better. For this week's exercise, I actually remembered to tape off my sketchbook page. You may have noticed, even with the video sped up, that the page already had some ink on it, so marking off the edge doesn't really matter as much. But I find that I am happier with the finished product anyway. So even if the edges aren't as clean, I like to maintain that practice when I can. For this week's sketchbook exercise, go ahead and divide your page into 3 areas again like you did last week. This week you're going to be focusing on your mind, body, and spirit. So you can divide your page however you'd like. I chose 3 kind of random shapes to divide my page into and just sort of began sketching. I think it's a good practice to not let yourself think too hard about this. The more you let your thinking mind interfere with your art, the more you'll get art that is what you think other people would want it to be and not what your heart needs it to be. We all get really banged up by our lives, and being able to turn to our sketchbooks and use that as an opportunity to explore ourselves and learn more about ourselves is such a wonderful thing. If we can do that in a way that isn't hampered by our self-doubt and our rationalization and the conditioning we have from our society, from our friend groups, even from our families, I believe that gives us the best chance at a internal landscape that is something we can navigate. So as you are drawing, your mind, body, and spirit areas in your sketchbook drawing, be mindful of a few things if you'd like to. How do those areas interact with each other? Is there a lot of connection between your mind, body, and spirit? Or is there a great deal of separation? It's not as easy to tell as maybe I would like, but in my drawing, for instance, there actually isn't any direct connection between my mind, body, and spirit as I'm drawing it right now. And I am doing it that way on purpose. Due to some childhood and teenage trauma experiences, my brain has a tendency to dissociate when I experience overwhelming stimuli that I am afraid I can't get away from. So it's actually not unusual for me to feel really disconnected in my brain and body. It's something that I work very hard on a daily basis, sometimes on a moment-to-moment basis. As I am currently navigating this world where my husband has recently died, I find that I do have a lot of times whenever I am emotionally very overwhelmed. So, as you can imagine, There are a lot of times when my brain and my body do attempt to be a little disconnected, and I end up spending a lot of my time doing very focused grounding activities. In addition to paying attention to how your mind, body, and spirit interact with each other on the page, you can also consider such things as sensations. Where can you feel sensations of heaviness or lightness or fuzziness, warmth, cold, any sensations that when you think about your mind, body, and spirit, see how you can translate those into either words or pictures that you can include in your sketchbook. I realize that I am mostly using pictures in my sketchbook, but you're not actually required to do that. You can use this entirely as a journaling exercise, or if you prefer, you can cut out words from a magazine. Whatever allows you to best express your understanding of your mind, body, and spirit will be the best way to complete this exercise. I'm going to let the music take over and play while I draw. Just stay mindful of sensations that continue to crop up for you as you continue. Stay as present with those sensations as you can. Know that you are safe. And I will come back in with you near the end of the video. As I drew my sketchbook page today, I realized that even though I often feel disconnected from my brain and body, and even though I've got a lot of sadness in my mind, as represented by the anvil in the boat, my spirit continues to climb towards this hopeful place that I know is there. I hope you know that each of you is part of what helps me feel hopeful every day. If you would like to be a part of a community of people who are becoming more mindfully creative, the So Glad You Are Here community is open. We have a paid membership option now. For $40 a month, we have our weekly sketchbook exercises and check-ins, as well as hopefully monthly classes coming soon. We'd love to have you along. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and share. It does me a world of good. Thank you so much for being here. Keep creating, keep going on, keep coming back, light on.